My Soul.
Love it.
What's up, UK? It's the official reggae charts. My name is Natty B. Here with my special guest today, a real good friend of mine, a real gigantic big friend of mine. He goes by the name of Tippa. Tippa, welcome to Mi-Soul
Hello,
TV.
Natty, man. How you doing?
I'm not too bad, man.
I'm good. It's a blessing to be here. Nice setup you guys got here.
I'm glad you like it.
I really do like it. It's a pleasure. Thank you for the invite.
You like my producer, Sophie?
She's beautiful. You know, she's beautiful young lady.
Okay, let's talk about you.
Yes.
So, Tippa, what have you been up to? What have you been doing last time I saw you?
Where do I start? Well, obviously, I got a label called Lockdown Productions.
Okay.
Where I basically produce artists from the Caribbean, artists from Europe, artists, but mainly focus on artists from the UK. So I'm doing the record label thing. I'm also a radio DJ myself. Okay. So I'm on a station called Kane FM, right, which is kanefm.com, which is I do a reggae show every Thursday.
We've caught you.
Between 7 and 9.
Yeah, we caught you.
So I do that, and
well done. Proud of you,
He's patting me on the back. But that's my hobby kind of job, you know what I mean? Obviously, my main job is a performing artist. So, I mean, since I've seen you, Natty, I've been all over Asia, China, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, doing shows, introducing people basically to my music and reggae music on a whole.
Kind of as a reggae ambassador, yeah.
Well, for the UK, because that's what I kind of see myself as. As much as obviously reggae was originated in Jamaica, we got a scene here, and there's still a vibrant scene. It's not as vibrant as it once was, I'd say, back in the 80s and, you know, early 90s, but there's still artists like myself that's traveling around the world, introducing people to UK music and to UK reggae music. And that's what I'm doing with my label Lockdown Productions, and that's what I'm doing as an artist in Tippa Irie in my own right. I mean, there's not many places in the world that, you know, where there's reggae. I mean, last year I went to India, which was an amazing experience for me. I went over there with the Reggae Rajas, who's like the first Indian reggae sound system. Okay. So they took me to Delhi, to Bangalore, to a place called Pune and Mumbai, and I did some shows out there, and it was amazing. You know what I mean, to see the people, them, you know, dancing to reggae. And you know, what I find with them in places like that is what they do their research. You know, people came up to me and said, oh, we didn't hear of you, but we checked you out online, we checked your music, so we said we want to come to the show. So the music is spreading worldwide, and that's part of my job for the UK, to represent, you know, and just show people around the world that UK music is still vibrant.
We're talking about UK music. Anything from like your side? I mean, what you're doing? What kind of?
Well, right now, I mean, wow, where do I start again? I mean, obviously, my last official album was Stick to My Roots, which was released a couple of years ago. But since then, I mean, I did a tune called The Kids Are in the Car, which was released on a French label. I did a tune with an artist called Forlock, who's based in Sardinia in Italy. I did a song with him. I did, obviously, I'm doing a lot of jungle music now.
For real?
So yeah, I did a tune with Congo Natty, which is the UK All-Stars, with Daddy Freddie, Sweetie Irie, Top Cat.
The whole gang,
the whole crew. And that kind of really blew up. It did well on the underground scene, you know. So it's just like, for me, I'm always doing new music. You know, it's just remembering right now all of the stuff, that the singles that I've had released, and obviously I've had tunes out on my own label.
And talking about tunes, I mean, like, what's happening like with the UK, a lot of the UK artists, especially like the new crop now, what's coming through. You know, I mean, we're starting to see a lot of that release of EPs. Yeah,
well, I like, obviously, Gappy, you know, Mr. Williams. There's Adele Harley, the lady up in Bradford that I like. There's Aisha Loren. She's got an EP out that I like as well. You know, there's still people like Lavella Ellis, Christopher Ellis, who's working with the Marley Brothers. You know what I mean? Obviously, people like Peter Huntingale and these guys are always consistent in, you know, in releasing stuff. So for me, you know, it's something that you just got to embrace it. It's an idea because now with the insurgent of downloads, if you like, if that's the right word, I don't know, it sounds pretty, you know, it sounds posh, but anyway, with the forefront, we can use that, yeah? Forefront of downloading coming, you know, happening now, people don't really buy albums.
Not like first time.
Not like first times. So if, you know, an album will come out, they're still going to listen to the first couple of tunes or pick 1 and 2, 3 tunes what they like and buy that rather than buying the whole album. So basically having an EP, album, singles, it's pretty much the same kind of thing these days because of downloads.
Knockdown Records, Knockdown Productions is something that's a label you had a little while back and you kind of like left it alone for everyone.
No, it's not that. I mean, for us, I mean, we're always putting out tunes, but what it is, it's like if you're an independent and it's like me and my engineer, John, we're always on the road together.
Right.
So sometimes when unless you can afford to have a team of people behind you or staff, if you like, then to take care of stuff when you're on the road, then it will work, it can run. But when you're kind of doing a lot of the stuff with, you know, there's only 2 of us really, and, you know, 1 other person that might help out, because obviously budget doesn't allow us to, you know, have a vast team of staff. But so that kind of hinders things because we're always on the road, making money on the road and promoting ourselves on the road and selling stuff on the road. So a lot of our stuff we'll manufacture and then we'll sell it at the gigs, you know, so that's where we make the bulk of our money, our merchandise, stuff like that. We'll sell them on the road because if you're right there, the people's right there. So when you do a good show, they enjoy the show, they say, have you got something? You give them something, and that's what we do. So although, you know, we always have stuff coming out or always have stuff made, because like now, I mean, we've got 3 rhythm selections to come out. The last one we had out was the Sweet Flavor rhythm, and we had JC Lodge and people like that on that rhythm. But we've got one coming called A New Start, and I've got Top Cat on that rhythm, and some new artists, and myself and a couple of other artists. And then I've got the Backyard rhythm, which is, do you remember Kill Me Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, we built that one, so that's coming. So I've got a lot of new stuff coming, but I'm going to focus on my back catalogue now this year because there's still a lot of people that haven't heard.
Yeah, and in terms of videos, are we going to see any more videos from Tippa Irie?
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at another video with you and the Black Eyed Peas.
Yes, yeah, I mean, well, right now, the latest... What did he say? The latest video I did was about 3 days ago, actually, with the Skins, who's like a band based in the UK, and they've just got a deal. Can't remember which label they're with, but I did 2 tracks on their new album. The album is going to be called Skins FM.
Okay.
So it's basically three guys, 1 girl in the band, and their first single is called This Town. And me and Horseman, the great Horsey, you should have him in anyway, and Horseman as well, because he's got a new album called Dawn of the Dread, so you should get him in, because I'm on that album too. That's another release I forgot about, you see? So you're doing good now. I like you're doing good, you're doing your research, that's good. But anyway, yeah, the Skins, so the video, we done it in Peckham, believe it or not, in a studio in Peckham. And yeah, it's really good, really good. The tune is called This Town. Look out for it. It's going to be released in early February. I think it's around the 9th of February. The actual single is going to come out. And it's the Skins featuring Tippa Irie and Horseman.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the latest video I did. I did a tune with, they did a remix of It's Good to Have the Feeling You're the Best.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so with the guys.
Freestyle on that, please.
It's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yes, you know, say reggae music on the best. Yes. Anyway, Decline. There's a DJ called Decline, and he contacted me. Said, "Tip, I want you to come down to the studio and voice It's Good to Have the Feeling You're the Best, because I want to do a jungle remix of that tune."
You're the best. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best.
The latest one we did for our company is called More, I Love My Life.
Oh.
I want to be doing more of that, basically. So basically, it's a single from JB Baker, and basically he's telling the story of our life on the road. You know what I mean? Basically, shine up, really. Same like some VIP treatment that I provide for him on the road. You know what I mean? Because he's always backstage now, but he's like my right-hand man. So we did a video. I brought him and a friend of mine to Jamaica. Because I have a place in Ochi, and you know, we did some shooting out there, and then we did some shooting here, and then he took basically pictures of our life on the road and put them together and made this video. So that's on YouTube right now, and it's online, so people can see that. It's cool. I love my life. More of that. I want to be doing more of that. JB Baker. So those are the last kind of 3 videos that I've been involved in.
Do you know, like going back in time, you know what I mean? Like when you first started out, you know, doing the MCs,
yes.
doing Slater.
Yes, General Slater.
Oh,
you're showing your age now, Natty.
You know what I mean?
Really, that is like the original.
Yeah.
It's my original sparring partner from King Tubby's.
Yeah.
But he kind of stayed, and I went on the road. Well, no, I went on the road. I went, in them times, if you went over to Lewisham, it wasn't the done thing. You know what I mean? And he wanted to stay in Brixton. But for me, I just saw it as, not even as an opportunity, wherever there was a mic in them days,
that's right.
I was there.
Now this one is dedicated to all dancehall fans who know lyrics. As you know, when Saxon come, you know the lyrics must show. And when Tippa Irie pass through, it's like a volcano burst. So all my crew going on, because I love you for years, without no fears and tears. Lord of mercy. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. And the great Tippa Irie, Irie. Oh, no, fi run, go. Follow me, follow me, follow me. No, pass it, run, go. Chide me, chide me, chide me. Forget your rice and peas and chicken stuff in the way the girl when me get she happy. Ragama, selector, man.
So, whether me there, Harsden, Lewisham, Brixton, I just wanted to get myself out there and get people to see me and know about me and learn about what I am or what I want to be, which was an artist. So that's why I did. I followed mine.
And you know, and then you moved on to Saxon and doing your thing on Saxon, you know what I mean? And did you ever think in your wildest dream that this is how it will, you know, how many years later?
Yeah.
How many years later that you'd be like, you know, sitting here chatting to me?
You don't think about it. You just do. You know what I mean? And for me, it's like when back in the days, it's like if we needed to see it more as a business. You know what I mean? Because that's what it was. Because a lot of money, people made money out of Saxon, and we were just young kids that were growing up and just wanted, for the love of going to dance, you know, meeting people, meeting girls, making a little change. You know, it was just more like fun rather than a business. And sometimes you don't realize what you're doing when you're doing it, if you understand what I mean. And you know, nowadays when you know, I have grown men coming up to me, they said, "Tip, boy, you don't realize what we used to follow you everywhere, you know."
Yeah.
And you know, one day it's like this guy come up to me, he's like, "Tip, boy, you don't know what you lot, we used to just follow you everywhere. And one dance I went to with my friends, and you had on the same trainers as me." And I was happy for, you know, I was happy for weeks just because, and this is a grown man, big old ass man telling me this at a christening or at something, how fanatic they was about us at that time. So
it was a blessing. Army them times, isn't it?
Everywhere. It was a blessing, you know, it was a blessing. I mean, because if you think about the volume of talent that came from that sound, you know, it's really amazing because you got Maxi Priest, who's like Billboard, and then you got Smiley, who was, you know, was in and out, and you know, he had Police Officer Cockney Translation. Then you got Papa Levi, who's like #1 in Jamaica. Nobody had ever really done that before from the UK. You know what I mean? And then Tippa Irie, Hello Darling. You know, I've had about 5, 6 #1 tunes with Lloyd Brown, Piani Girl, Winsome, and in my own right. You know what I mean? Then you also got people like Roger Robin, you know, Neville Morrison. All these guys have had #1 tunes. You know what I mean? And they used to be all kind of like singing on the sound. And then, you know, of course, you got Daddy Colonel, Daddy Rusty, Sandy, my little sister, Miss Irie, you know. So it's a wealth of talent. And then there's a lot of names that I haven't mentioned, you know what I mean, that, you know, hadn't been so successful. But if you look at the volume of talent, it's vast, so it's a blessing.
What advice would you give to anybody who wants to sort of like step into business now?
Well, it's a different business now because obviously we started from the sound, you know, so the sound was kind of like our training ground.
That's right.
That's where we learned our craft, that we had to kind of stand up and perform. But if you, a young artist, you know, I think it's advisable to join the music union because the union will help you in regards to contracts and stuff like that. And if you're not sure about something, they can help you. So a good starting point, I think, if you're a young artist coming up, you should join the music union, then at least you've got somebody to go to.
Because like publishing, PR.
Yeah, they will help you out with all those things. And if you get a recording contract, then you can bring it to them and they'll have a look at it and tell you what's right, what's wrong, what they think is fair, what's not fair. So that's a good starting point for a young artist. Believe in yourself, listen to criticism. Is that how you pronounce it? Criticism. That's not bad, is it, Sophie? Yeah. You listen. Can we get away with that, Sophie? Yeah. Right. Listen to that. Be honest with yourself, you know, and listen to the people that love you, because a lot of the times they're the people that will be truly honest with you. And, you know, don't be afraid to take it, embrace it, and then try to improve on whatever they're saying to you. And just be that way, just embrace criticism and, you know, and be honest. And if you're supposed to be a plumber, then be a plumber. You know what I mean? If you're supposed to be a doctor, there's nothing wrong with being a doctor or a lawyer. It's not everybody that's cut out to do what I do, you know, and there's not everybody that can really sing. So you have to be honest with yourself and listen to the people that are successful. Listen to the people, because sometimes obviously you don't take real talent to be successful.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's put that out there because that's true, because there's a lot of people that's made a lot of money that are not very talented, as we all know. Yeah, but in saying that, you know, it helps if you have got talent. You know what I mean? Because I've done shows when I was on the road with the Black Eyed Peas and people like that, you know, and you know, I would be doing shows with Mary J. Blige, and like her crew would be like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I mean? And like, you know, you got Sugar Babes and you got all these kind of pop groups like, wow, who's this guy? You know, they don't know, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's not their fault they don't know. It's just that they've not been, you know, we've not been exposed to them, if you like, you know what I mean? And this is what I find with, when I go to Jamaica or America, they look after their own.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And in the Caribbean, you know, I go there because, you know, I go to Ochi sometimes and chill out. And, you know, there's a friend of mine called Steve James, and he's on a station called Bless FM. And he's the only person that I hear, like, playing UK music. But the rest of the other DJs, you might hear Magodny King, because obviously it was a huge tune back in the day. But you don't really hear much UK music. And it's kind of similar in America. I mean, I haven't been to New East Coast a lot, but in the West Coast, I go there quite a bit to do the dub club in LA and places like that. So sometimes I don't really hear much of our music there. And, you know,
when you say
us here, we should take a leaf out of that.
When you say that's because of lack of promotion, lack of marketing?
Well, it's money thing, isn't it? A lot of it's money, you know, because if you're rolling with people that have the money to put you in front of the people's face, then you'll be there. It's like with me, I would not have had a success with Hello Darling if I didn't have the machinery of Greensleeve behind me. Do you know what I mean? So this is what the problem is. If you haven't got that machinery to keep you there, because people look at me, are you still making music? And I just laugh. You know what I mean? Because I'm always making music. And, you know, but if you're doing it independently and you haven't got that fund, it doesn't matter who you are. You know what I mean? if God could be coming, if it ain't promoted, then nobody's gonna turn up to see God. You know what I mean? So you got to have that machinery there to push you in America. That's why when you go to the States, it's like starting again. That's why it's difficult to break, because you've got 52 in the Englands, if you like, 52 states. So you might be big. Somebody that's big in Austin don't necessarily mean they're big in LA or in New York. So it's like that. It's very difficult. You got to go there, work it, start from scratch, and build yourself up again, and put yourself out there. So it's not easy, but you know, there's a lot of real talent in this place. You know what I mean? And I always try to fly that flag or make people aware of the talent that's here, because it is here. It just needs to be exposed.
So if anyone wants to get at you now, you know, I mean, it's
Oh,
like
wow.
you're on Instagram, you're on
Yes,
Facebook,
we have to
Twitter.
be up to the time.
That's right.
You understand? And we up to the time. Now, well, Facebook is just simple. You just type in Tippa Irie, and you should come to my fan page. If you're one of the lucky 5,000 people that happen to be with Anthony Henry, which is my real name, you can link me. I've got 5,000 friends, so I can't accept no more. I'm sorry. On that front, Twitter is just at Tippa Irie 7665, which is my date of birth, 7665. That's some more information about me. So it's at Tippa Irie 7665. So they can follow me on Twitter on there. Instagram is just Tippa Irie. Knock it in, and you'll find me. You'll be able to see my photos, what I'm up to, where I'm going, what I'm doing. But it's mad, Natty. It's mad. You know when you can like map out the year?
Yeah.
I have to say thank you, Father. I can map out the year till November already, and we're in January, so.
That's good, because you're off to Germany soon, right?
Well, tomorrow.
Tomorrow
I meet Mikey at 11:30. We go and to Stansted, fly to Nuremberg. It's a sound system called Hurricane, and they're from Nuremberg, and it's their birthday celebration. So I am the entertainment for them for that day. And then on the 29th, I go to China.
Wow.
I do 4 cities. I think I start in Beijing, and then I can't pronounce the other cities. If I had my schedule, I could probably, but I can't remember them all. I know one is called Guangzhou. That's the second one.
Okay.
And then there's 2 others. So I do 4 shows in China, and then I go to Thailand to do Bangkok, and there's a small little town outside of Bangkok. I can't pronounce that town, but the guy that I'm working with in Thailand, his name is Gap. His name is Gap, and he's the lead singer of T-Bone. Okay. So you need to research them. The Thai reggae, Thailand, it's like a ska band, yeah? But he's like, they're big in Thailand. The biggest reggae band in Thailand. When I walk around with him, they're like, Gap. Everybody knows him out there. But I'm gonna do work, I do 2 shows with him in Thailand, and then I go to Cambodia to play in, I can't pronounce it, it's Pen something, it's the capital.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that. I do 3 shows, and there's another place called Kep, and another little city. Yeah, but it's 3 shows in Cambodia. Then I leave from there, and I go back to Thailand, to the north this time though, to play in Chiang Mai and Pai.
Okay.
Pai is like okay, but up north, it's the north of Thailand.
Right.
Yeah. And then I leave there and I go to Singapore, do 1 show there, left from Singapore, and then I go to Vietnam to do Saigon and Hanoi. Wow. And then I come home. I come home for 5 days, and then I'm going to the south of France, Montpellier, on the 7th of March.
Really nice.
And then I think after that, I can rest.
Okay. Well, you know what? Someone was talking to me about, you know, I mean, Tippa doing like, you know, some movies or something like that. Is that true? I mean...
Movies?
I mean,
I'm trying to think
film.
now. You got me thinking.
Yeah.
No, I ain't done no movies.
Oh, you're going to do a movie?
Movies. I'm trying to think, sorry. No, I don't. I
You
can't.
sure?
I can't
Are you
remember
sure?
a movie as it. Yes, I'm sure. I don't remember a movie yet.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, I need to do a musical though. We need to do a Saxon. Somebody phoned me It's got some funding.
Okay.
All right, we want to do a Saxon musical. Could you imagine that? At the theatre, that would be amazing. So that is something that I want to do at some point.
This year, even?
I hope so, but my schedule is mad. I'm doing a reggae jam in Germany. I'm doing the Outlook Festival in Croatia. I'm doing Soul Village, which is an event what I do every year. I'm doing the Caribbean Weekender in April as well. I'm touring with the Skins, that group that I was telling you about. It's a UK tour. We're playing at the Shepherd's Bush Empire.
Right.
I'm going to invite you so that you can come and have a look and see. I'm doing 7 shows with them up and down the country. I believe they're in Norwich and Scotland and the Shepherd's Bush Empire and a couple of other towns. Okay. And that's all in April. You know, so it's mad. I think May, I'm going to try and see, if nothing crazy don't come in, I think I'm just going to go to Jamaica and sit down
and rest for a little bit.
Yeah, and just cool out. But yeah, it's crazy. But the main thing that I'm looking for this year, let me touch wood. Is there wood in here? Yeah, I think that looks like wood. I'm going to the Welcome to Jam Rock cruise.
Oh.
And that is in November, and it leaves from Miami, and it goes round Jamaica for 5 days, and I'm gonna be there. Isn't that great? 5 days, and then, so leave Miami. I think Rodigan and Shawnee B and Robert Ranks and a few other people were on the last one. Right. And Saxon's got on this one, so they contacted me. So it should be me, Papa Levi, Mikey Books, our mixer and selector, and Musclehead, the owner. With all 4 of us are going, and that's in November. I think it's the 30th of November to the early part of December. 5 days, and then 5 days back. So 10 days, I'm gonna be on the boat. I'm looking forward to that one. That is a blessing, and I have to give thanks to Father for that one there.
All right, listen, Tippa,
good.
You know when the album comes?
Yes, big man.
You know you're going to be back here.
Yes,
right?
yes, I will be. But remember, Horsey, Dawn of the Dread.
I won't forget.
Remember that, Sophie, remember that album, yeah? I've got a tune on there called The Youths with Horsey, and we're just basically talking about our childhood in Brixton.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing.
Send it. You need to send it to me, bro. You need to send it to me.
I will do. Brother, yeah.
All right, Tippa, listen.
Much respect.
Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
Well, there you go. Tippa Irie, the one and only Mr. Know the feeling that you're the best. Tippa Irie, you know what I mean?
Good to have the feeling you're the best. And it wasn't about me. It was about the sound at the time. When I wrote that song, it was about Saxon, because it was a good to have the feeling you're the best.
Tippa, what we're going to do, we're going to leave you out, give the viewers a freestyle.
A freestyle, so it's a original reggae chart show.
Oh, you mean King?
When we say this at Tippa Irie and you don't know it go, this original reggae chart show with Tippa Irie and my friend Natty B, him run the country. Boop, boop. And Mr. Irie there and me not go lose control. You're in tune to the sweet my soul. Yes, I'm Mr. Irie, so me stay and so me tan. Remember me a foundation. Bless.
Hi!
Naturally, and more time we talk is just reality.